Alright, good morning. How we doing? Set up my tablet stuff. Let's set up my tablet stuff. Oh, not yet. Alright. Did it switch? Okay. All right. Now we're in business. The Arnvold's in here. Let's see how he's doing. Another one come to see the lad in silver armor. Master Demiot is attending to him as we speak. You would be so kind as to wait. What did Master Demiot say? Tell me his exact words. Just let them do their job, man. But yeah, you're right. Forgive me. When we said our farewells to Arnvold, I was afraid that something like this might happen. But now that it has, all we can do is wait. Right.
Fordola, have you been waiting here all this time?
She has been.
We have done what we can. The rest is up to him.
May we see him?
Yeah, man.
I do not think that wise. You must let him sleep.
Thank you for bringing him back. He owes you his life. I just wish I had been there. Perhaps, I don't know, perhaps I could have... Could have what?
Got tempered? Don't flatter yourself. You can't save everyone. No one can. Not even the warrior of bloody light. People die all the time, for no good reason. And those who take up the sword die quicker than most. If you're going to shed a tear every time a soldier falls on the battlefield, you'd best stay away. It's no place for the weak of heart.
But haven't we been through this, Alfino? We've been through this, Alfino.
That victory cannot be won without cost. But all life is precious, and I refuse to shrug at its loss.
That's fair too.
All life is precious. You need to grow up, little man, before your sparkling ideals get everyone killed.
You're right. He is idealistic. But the world has more than its fair share of realists, like you and me. It's people like him who dare to dream that things could be better and make it happen against all the odds. They are the ones whose names live on forever. The heroes.
The battlefield's littered with would-be heroes. At this rate, you'll lot'll be next. And what'll become of your precious dreams then? They'll be gone. Like dust on the wind.
Dreams worth fighting for don't die so easily.
Mm-hmm. I know, I know. There's nothing more I can do here. Come, let us rejoin the others. Grace invites the Scions of the Seventh Dawn to join her in the Fragrant Chamber. Your comrades have already arrived. Will the three of you be joining them? We will. Nary a word shared between them.
Your Grace, pray forgive us our lateness.
I'm sure she doesn't mind.
I understand a close comrade of yours was wounded in the line of duty. Arenvold. It was at the Alliance's behest that he risked all, and we are grieved to hear of his condition. Rest assured, he will receive the finest care our chirurgeons can provide. On that you have my word. Now, we would share with you the findings of the mission. Pippin, pray relate to our guests the details of Fordola's account.
Yeah, let's hear it. Let's hear what happened. I mean, we saw what happened, but...
First Bahamut, now Ifrit. Or Lunar Ifrit, as Van Daniel would doubtless have it.
'Tis now all but certain that the towers were conceived to facilitate the summoning of primals by those imprisoned within. Less certain is the means by which the Telophoroi constrain the wills of said entities to enact their designs in defiance of the pleas of their victims.
Right. How do they control them?
Mayhap they do not. If mere proximity to the towers is enough to make loyal servants of the Empire's mortal enemies, it stands to reason that the same is true for those held captive.
Oh, fair. Hey, good morning. How's it going?
Gods, for the good of Garlemald, and in their disturbed state of mind, summon a primal whose form
What's up,
reflects
Avier?
their own alteration.
It all begins to make sense. Upon closer inspection, I realized that the towers bear a striking resemblance to a much larger structure which Urianger and I observed from afar during our visit to the Imperial capital.
Oh, you said something about that. They were building something.
Assuming it too is capable of tempering those in its immediate vicinity, it would go some way to explain the swiftness with which the Telophoroi managed to rally so many Imperials to their cause.
While the situation in Garlemald is indeed troubling, I fear we have more immediate concerns. Ifrit was not the only primal summoned. At approximately the same time, observers at several other towers bore witness to the emergence of further such entities.
Oh. That's not good.
For a blessing, none appear to wield aught approaching the destructive power of Bahamut, and the Grand Companies are moving to deal with the threat even as we speak.
Well, that's good. You don't need to tell me where they are.
Though we are aware that the task will not be easy. We would call upon the Scions only as a last resort. Pray, conserve your strength for now.
Oh, okay.
After all, it was not so very long ago that you rid us of Bahamut. On which note, I am pleased to report that our talks with the Amalja have reached an agreeable conclusion. They have pledged their full support to our cause.
Outstanding.
It is our hope that this historic agreement will encourage other tribes to join us at the negotiating table. And I know that I speak for all of the Allied leaders when I say that we will welcome them with open arms at such time as they do. Of course,
Great
this
progress.
is only made possible by the feats of heroism performed at Paglfan. Moreover,
Don't worry about it.
we shall not allow the sacrifices of those fallen in battle to have been made in vain. As hope leads to victory, shall victory lead to a new dawn for Eorzea.
May these words ever be our guide, Your Grace.
Now, if you will forgive me, I must consult with the Syndicate on the matter of our new allies' integration. Till next we meet, my friends, I bid you safe travels and blessed respite.
Well, thank you. Boom, 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 boom. Producer, Ken, director. Naoki Yoshida. Right then, unless anyone has any objections, I think it's about time we return to the Rising Stones. Right. Except for him. That includes you, Alfino. Arnvold is in good hands here. Right. Of course. You would doubtless mock me for pacing about the infirmary. Let us retire, then, that we might regain our strength and readiness for the coming challenges. If all are in agreement, then I shall let Cryo know what to expect us. A hot bath and a hearty meal shouldn't be beyond arranging with the time available. Wow, wow, wow. It would be good to go home. It would be good to be home. I have some thinking to do. You mean you have some drinking to do, Homer? Yes, I'll try asking him. And thank you. I shall look forward to it. Our comrades eagerly await our return. And Kryle in particular has a few matters she is keen to discuss. One which concerns you, Estinian. Believe it or not. You will join us, won't you? Fine. Really? I thought you said you were avoiding the Valdesian woman. If I refused, she would only pursue me. Let's get this over with, shall we? Bam, 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 bam. This is actually the end of 5.5. But, you know. Since it's like this last little talking. I'm getting into 5.55. I don't remember how long. I think it's rather long. It's only 3 quests, but I think because of the event makes it kind of long. I'm not sure. I hope to get through it today. Because I don't like...
Welcome back. I expect you must all be exhausted. Ere you take your rest, however,
It'd be good timing.
I would beg a moment of your time.
Sure, what's up?
Thanks to Arnvold's selfless efforts, we may now be confident that we understand the function of the towers.
Huh.
But many questions remain regarding the reason for the summonings, and what lurks behind the looming edifice in Garlemald.
Oh, nothing good. That's for sure.
Until such questions are answered, we will struggle to devise an effective strategy for thwarting the Telophoroi's stated aim. Nothing less than the destruction of this star. And so, given the gravity of the situation, I move that we petition the aid of Sharlayan.
Wow. That's a big deal.
'Tis possible the ancient knowledge preserved within our archives may hide a clue to our enemy's methods. But given Sharlayan's established policy of non-intervention, our former colleagues are not like to aid us in its discovery.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, I well remember what they're like. The Forum's barefaced refusal to assist you in the days prior to the calamity must rank as Sharlayan's most shameful act since the Exodus.
Right?
But were the final days to be reenacted, it would spell doom for us all. Surely even they cannot turn a blind eye to that.
Well,
I trust we are all
I guess
of the
we'll
same
see.
mind on this matter.
I have my
Urgent
doubts.
as it seemed, I took the liberty of petitioning the Alliance for leave to act as Eorzea's emissary, and have since received their blessing.
Nice.
I presume your role as a student of Baldessian will carry some weight with the Forum?
One can but hope. If truth be told, our organization has been a shadow of its former self ever since the disappearance of the Isle of Val.
Oh yeah, that
But the name does still
was a
retain
thing.
some degree of prestige. I only pray it will be enough. If there are no objections,
We never
I
found out
shall
what happened with
depart
that
for
anyway,
Sharlayan
right?
once. But before I do, I should also mention the other matter to which I would devote some time during my stay.
Oh, really?
After hearing what transpired in the first, I began to question the true nature of Hydaelyn's blessing.
Oh.
A topic I have discussed at some length with Y'shtola.
We were wondering, when was the last time Hydaelyn spoke to you directly?
Oh shit. Did she in the she didn't in the Crystarium. Near the end of the Dragon Song War. It's been since Heaven's Word.
When you regained her blessing, was it not?
Yeah.
But never since. Not in all your time in the first, when you faced the Unsundered, the very heart of Zodiar.
History shows us that Hydaelyn is able to awaken the echo in her chosen, convey her will directly, and grant the blessing of light. To our knowledge, however, she has not sought to intervene in man's affairs for some considerable time.
I wonder why. Where's she been?
Might not the explanation for that lie with her choice of champion? Mayhap she is content to trust in his judgment.
Maybe.
Mayhap she is. But following my initial discussion with Kryl, I made inquiries of my own. And as far as I am able to tell, Hydaelyn has not made her will known to anyone.
During my time in the First, the Oracle of Light spoke to me through Reen. But that was not the will of Hydaelyn. It was Minfilia herself.
Yeah.
Indeed. And while she and Hydaelyn were inextricably linked, Minfilia yet acted of her own volition. A messenger, yes, but one who spoke with her own voice.
I wonder, could Hydaelyn's silence suggest the presence of some disruptive force, perhaps? Some obstacle to communication? While I share Urianger's high opinion of your conduct, I see no reason why she would deny you her guidance altogether.
Oh yeah.
Then again, who am I to say? The fact is, we simply don't know. But if the explanation is to be found anywhere, I can think of worse places to look than the archives of Sharlayan.
Makes sense to
and
me.
their research on the ethereal sea in particular.
It's a good idea.
Resolved though I am to go, believe me when I say that I take no pleasure in the thought of leaving you a member short. Now of all times.
Oh. That's the plan, huh?
Estinian, we stand on the eve of a struggle that will decide the fate of this star. One in which we Scions may play a telling part, yet we are but few in number. And so I must ask you again, will you join us?
What a sad puppy face, Alfino.
You see the world the way you want it to be. I see the world the way it is. You are idealistic to a fault. But I know you would never turn your back on those in need. Never close your eyes to their suffering. And somehow, your deeds lend truth to your words, giving the lie to my doubts in so doing.
There's a lot of fancy words.
I have seen others draw strength from your belief. In Ishgard, in Alamigo, you inspired them to stand up and fight.
Mm-hmm.
To win, no less. And even when you lost those you held dear, you carried their spirit with you and made their memory your guiding light. The burden of so many hopes and dreams
Okay.
would be
You
too
burn
heavy
yourself?
for most to bear.
Huh?
But you bear it willingly, as you have shown me. Some dreams are too important to let go.
Mm-hmm.
If you have need of my strength, it's yours. After all you've done, how could I refuse?
What a Chad.
Thank you, Estinian.
Oh, wow.
Whatever challenges await us, I shall not falter. You have my word.
Yeah.
And now I may bid you farewell, safe in the knowledge that all is as it should be. In this little corner of the world, at least.
Mm-hmm.
You will be sorely missed. Tread warily in Sharlayan, and do try not to let the Forum embroil you in their politics. A forlorn hope, I know, given the individuals involved.
I shall do my very best. Farewell.
Nom, nom. Good luck, Crow. Yeah. You going to Charlie. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace. What you gonna choose, man?
Well, does this one meet with your approval? Apparently not. Or could it be that you're still upset about the dragons?
You are unwise to remind me of so costly a failure.
Failure.
It will not affect our plans, I trust.
Oh, hardly at all. Though, admittedly, the chances of us being able to procure any more Mericidian dragons are rather slimmer following Tiamat's reappearance. Oh, but the seeds have been sown, my lord. We have only to wait for them to quicken.
Hmm.
Speaking Speaking of preparations, is it safe to assume that you will be ready to control you-know-what?
The hour draws nigh. This nation, forged for Ascian ends, will finally prove its worth.
A mighty empire, now no more than an instrument of this star's destruction. What a pleasure it will be to put it to use. Which brings me back to our earlier topic. My lord, while I appreciate that it is not an easy decision, it really is past time you chose your weapon.
Yeah.
There is one that I have been meaning to test.
I'm trying to pick one.
Well, not quite what I was expecting, though I will say, it does seem rather apt.
They don't show us yet. He's not gonna change to Dark Knight. I'm sorry, they were still teasing us with what he chose. We had no idea Reaper was coming out yet, so when this happened. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have a busy few moons. Not that they ever seem to be anything but. Drancrid's got me dispatching troops to every corner of the realm, which is not to say I don't trust the Alliance, because I do. But when it comes to putting down primals, nobody does it better than us. Well, than you lot, more accurately. You won't catch me trading blows with a primal in the near future, but for every fell fiend you vanquish, there's countless meals to arrange, baths to fill, sheets to wash, stores to replenish, and the list goes on. Which is where I come in, and gladly, mind you. It's the least I can do to support the Scions who risk life and limb, like poor Arnvald. Yeah. I wish there was something we could do for him, but we'll just have to settle for saying the odd prayer and keeping a roof over our heads. It wouldn't do to have him come back to a complete shambles, now would it? But that's enough of my rambling. Off you go and get some rest. If there are any developments, I promise you'll be the first to know. That's the end of 5.5. Now 5.55. Oh. Ah, Cedric, you're looking well. I think it managed to squeeze in some rest. If you came hoping for tidings from Kyle, I'm afraid that we're still waiting. We do have some odd scraps of news to share. Scrap, she says. Lunar primals have been popping up all over the place, but the Alliance has the situation well in hand, thanks in no small part to Hoary Boulder and the others. Meanwhile, talks with the Beast Tribes are going even better than expected. Encouraged by Oldal's progress with the Almajaw, Gridani has opened negotiations with the Ixal, believe it or not. Nice. All of which is obviously very encouraging, but with the Telephori still out there, it's not as if we can afford to lower our guard. Makes sense. Begging your pardon, but I come bearing an invitation from the Alliance. A council meeting is due to be held in Alamigo, and your attendance is humbly requested. No, we were just talking about the Alliance. May I ask what's on the agenda? I believe the intention is to share news of recent developments and discuss what measures might be taken in combat to Telephori. In concert with our new allies, the Beast Tribes have also been invited. It is hoped they will join us in the fight against our common foe. So the Alliance would bring all the Beast Tribes into the fold at a single stroke. An ambitious plan, given the delicacy of the negotiations, but mayhap an expedient one, considering the threat we face. Indeed, my lady. For their part, I am told the Beast Tribes have agreed to attend. If the Scions too are present, all of yours will be represented. Oh. To arrange such a meeting must have been quite an undertaking. Not only diplomatically, but practically. Pray inform the Alliance that we would be honored to participate. We shall make for Alamigo without delay. And I will bear your answer thither with all haste. We look forward to receiving you at the Royal Palace. Well, now we've accepted the invitation, who exactly is going to attend? I move that you and Yestola lead our contingent. Given how long you have worked to end summoning, it is only right that you be present for what promises to be a historic moment. I think we've all played our part in that little endeavor, don't you, Cedric? All present may rightly claim a seat, I do quite agree. But by your leave, I believe I shall remain here and lend what assistance I can to the coordination of our defensive efforts. I'm not coming either. Emmerich will be there, and I'd rather not be interrogated. Very well. Then, while those with a mind to hold the fort get on with holding it, I suggest the rest of us make for Alamigo. Shall we? Go. Yeah, Oranda's staying home with Estinian. Because Estinian is scared of Emmerich. Emmerich, yeah. Where have you been? What are you doing? Why were you gone? How long were you gone? Why were you in town and you didn't come see us? We've been expecting you. Thank you. And so on and so forth. Very nice.
Esteemed guests, you honor us with your presence. As there is much to discuss, let us begin.
Sure.
Information on our taken brethren you have, yes? Hear it we would! Beyond forgiveness these featherless ones are! With rivers of blood shall they pay! Freed our people must
Not
be.
usually. Just because he's high level.
See your kin liberated. But ere we attempt their rescue, we must first find a means to negate the risk of tempering. Without that, we will be unable even to approach the towers, let alone contend with their defenders.
If all else fails, I've always found cannonballs quite effective.
And what of the prisoners? Would you see them slaughtered?
He's got a point.
Think for a moment. Ponder, consider, think. If Merlwyb truly intended to bombard the towers, she would have done so by now. Remember, we came here to find a solution together, did we not?
Huh? She said we just
Yestola spoke of
shoot at the towers.
I but offered a means to clear a path.
And the Sahagan guy was upset. There's people in there.
Given the enemy's
The
capabilities,
Kobold guy
we
went,
will
well,
all
if
need
he was
to play
gonna
our
do that,
part if we are
he already
to have
would have.
any chance of success. For if any here should give less than their best, it will be to the cost of every living being on this star.
A paragon, the Empire, our very gods. How can we hope to prevail against such odds?
That our foe is formidable, none would deny. But our strengths are many and
The
varied.
Beast Tribe people.
In this chamber, I see masters of strategy.
Yeah, right there.
Masters of magic, masters of the land, the air, and the sea, And together there is nothing in creation we cannot
Oh,
overcome.
he's got like this crab thing going on. The one that summoned Leviathan had that too.
I beg your pardon?
What is it, Soulwalker? Do not express your passion thus. A little quickly without gills, perhaps? Suffice it to say, I am proud to be counted among
He just suddenly started yelling.
We Sahagin will
He's ready to go. Yeah.
We kobolds have not forgotten the crimes the Overdwellers committed against us in the past. But today we look to the future as allies united in purpose.
Make mock of the Ixal the Paragon does. Turns kin into puppets. Pits brother against brother. Free them from his grasp, we shall.
As Patriarch Zadar will attest, the Scions have granted us a means to free your brethren from their thraldom. This boon we will gladly share, that your people might never be enslaved again.
We accept! We accept! Please me!
It's taken a while, but I do believe we might be one step closer to a world without primals. Would that Minfilia were here to see it.
It's going real
We still have a
well.
long way to go, and we're going to need a lot more Porksies. But we're moving in the right direction.
If I may have your attention, there is one other point I would like to raise. As we can all agree, freeing those held captive must take precedence over every other concern.
Well, if we get them free, then
Experience has taught us that
summoning
none
stuff
save
helping.
those with the capacity to resist tempering can hope to enter the towers unscathed. And even once inside, a still greater threat may yet await them, that which we call a primal. Needless to say, if we are to succeed, engaging with such foes can only ever be considered a last resort. And so I move that we seek to prevent them from being summoned in the first place.
How are we gonna do that though?
Yes! Both prayer and ether are needed for the ritual. Should either one be denied, the summoning would fail.
Indeed. And so we must endeavor to discover the source of the ether on which the process depends. Do so, and it may present a way to halt the summonings, or perhaps even neutralize the towers entirely.
A promising proposal.
Makes sense.
While you are conducting your investigations, however,
Turn off the power.
we will need to remain vigilant, lest the Telophoroi commit further abductions and summon primals ere we have the means to prevent them. To stand a better chance of keeping our enemy at bay, we would do well to coordinate our defensive efforts, sending reinforcements to assist our neighbors when needed.
We Amalja would have been overwhelmed were it not for our newfound allies. But say the word, and we shall come.
We got you.
I see we are all in accord.
How's that kobold carry that big stone figure on its head?
Call this proud fellowship of ours. I
Maybe it's not
suppose that the
stone.
honor
Maybe
of
it's
naming
metal.
it should go to the scion whose brave efforts have done so much to unite Eorzea. What say you, my friend?
Oh. Me? The Grand Company of Eorzea.
But that's the name I...
A fine choice, for there is none here who does not love Eorzea.
Aye, in that we shall ever be united.
United in our gratitude for the realm that gave us life.
Then let it be recorded that on this day, the Grand Company of Eorzea was born.
There you go, Alfie, now.
How long have we dreamed of this moment? And now that it's here, oh, forgive me. Might we speak outside?
Well, of course. Well, now that we're out of earshot of the other delegates, I hope you will forgive me if I speak my mind. Let me begin by saying that I've dreamed of this day since the moment I first set foot upon these shores, and I was as hardened as anyone to see the peoples of Eorzea pledge their solidarity. Yet even as they uttered their declarations, all I could think about was the conflict to come, the sacrifices that would be made and the lives lost, inevitabilities that I shall still struggle to accept. But at least now there is hope. The formation of the Grand Company of Eorzea is the first step. The first of many. Many and more. Our seats here. How might we be of service? I seek Master Alfino's assistance in a matter involving Gridania's neighbors, the Sylphs. Eh? I know that you and yours have long kept a weather eye upon the crystal trade, the better to predict the coming of primals, and so you will be familiar with the Sylphs of the Ash Crown Consortium. Through their dealings, they have cultivated relations not only with the city-states, but many other communities besides. Communities such as the Beast Tribes. Just so, it is our hope that we might make use of the Sylphs' established lines of communication to coordinate the efforts of our new fellowship. Yet there remain certain practical differences between a trade consortium and a grand company, and if the Sylphs are to perform their task effectively, they require the council of one versed in the operational aspects of an armed force. An armed force founded with the self-same goal in mind, no less. The Crystal Braves, yes. Forgive me, Master Alfino. I know that it was a painful chapter in your life, but the experience may yet be made to serve the realm. In my hubris, I plotted a course for the Crystal Braves which stretched far beyond the Order's initial conception. One intended to pave the way for the founding of what I intended to call the Grand Company of Eorzea. But my plans all came to naught. Built upon a frail foundation of lofty ideals, the Order was doomed from the first to collapse under the weight of more worldly interests. And I have no wish to see this new endeavor suffer the same fate. Mayhap I ask too much of you. Not at all. You may count upon my assistance for what little it is worth. By your leave, I shall prepare a report, including a list of recommendations drawing on the lessons I learned from the failures of the Crystal Braves. You have my gratitude, Master Alfino, and my trust. When your report is ready, pray share it directly with the Sylphs. With your guidance and the earnest efforts of every goodly soul gathered here this day, I have no doubt but that our fellowship shall emerge from the shadow of the Telephori and flourish. Till next we meet, my friends. Before committing anything to writing, there are a number of people whose thoughts I should like to hear. Former Braves, you understand? Might you join me in seeking them out? As if you have to ask. Thank you. Someone who witnessed the Order's rise and fall, yours would be a reassuring presence. I'll join you. If you're planning to canvass the opinions of your former comrades, it would be a lot quicker if we share the task of questioning them. But mayhap Graha can lend a hand as well. I shall accompany Thancred back to the Rising Stones. Between us, I dare say we should be able to provide an accurate enough account of the day's events. Be glad of your company, Graha. I shall explain the details on the way. Bye. Dina. So what's the plan, brother mine? Before discussing the task at hand, I should probably admit that the report I proposed is largely written. Not long after the fateful day in Oda, I penned a detailed account of the organization's history, from the events that led to its inception to the failings that brought about its demise. This I did primarily as a means of taking some semblance of responsibility. Never did I imagine that it might later be referred to by those seeking to form a similar organization. And while I made every attempt to be objective, the account was mine alone, its events viewed from my singular perspective. For it to be of use, however, it must be broadened to encompass the viewpoints of all involved. Only then can it answer what seems to me to be the crucial question, namely, why? After the Crystal Braves disbanded, did some members choose to remain with us while others did not? I see. You think the answer will tell us something about the nature of the ties that bind our new Grand Company together, and that this knowledge might help us to prevent from falling apart when those bonds are inevitably tested. That is my hope, yes. But the questions I would ask are uncomfortable to some. As a former commander of the Crystal Braves, I doubt that those who abandon the cause would welcome my inquiries. Then Graha and I will just have to try. Meanwhile, the two of you can talk to the ones who kept the faith. A fine suggestion. Have care, however, certain of my former comrades are of questionable character. So keep your wits about you and let us reconvene in Gridania later on. I think the worst of them have all died though, so fine. If you have no objections, I have in mind to begin by speaking with Riol and Alian. If memory serves, the two of them will be attending an intelligence briefing at Castrum Oriens. Let's seek them out there. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Well, look who it is. And what brings you two here? Wouldn't have anything to do with the big meeting, would it? In a manner of speaking, I've been assigned to a task, you see, for which I require the assistance of former members of the Crystal Braves. So you want to know why we decided to stick with the Scions, eh? Ain't an easy thing to put into words, that. As Rio will attest, I spent a long time agonizing over my failure to alert you to the traitors in our midst. For my negligence, I was captured along with many others, and we were powerless to prevent the tragedies that ensued. Not a day goes by that I do not think back to those fateful events. By joining the Scions, I hoped to redeem myself, and I will continue to serve that cause for as long as I am able. But that wasn't my only reason. When we were finally reunited at the Rising Stones, you refused to blame anyone but yourself for the fall of the Crystal Braves. And in spite of everything that had happened, everything you had suffered, you took us back without a moment's hesitation. We would not have blamed you had you turned us away, but then, when you gave us your trust instead, what else could we do but try to repay it? Right? Nothing, that's what. As for me own tale, well, I've always felt the Scions have something in common with me old crew. The duty of the strong is to protect the weak. That was our creed, and I still strive to live by it to this day. But as time's gone on, I've learned that strength comes in many shapes and sizes. From Hoary Boulder to Mr. Chatru, we've all of us got something to offer. And not one of us is doing it for personal gain, because we believe there's more important things than that, things worth protecting, which is what what being a Scion's all about. I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, my friends. To hear this from you means more than you know. Forgive me, Cedric, could you? Why do you think it went bad? Well, founding ideals were something to be proud of, but ideals alone don't make a crew. For every swab who signed up with good intentions, there was another who was only in it for the coin, the glory, or both. Ours was quite disparate band, and while I will never forgive Ilbert, the fact that we managed to function at all was thanks in large part to his efforts. Just a pity he was doing it all for the wrong reasons, eh? Only takes one bad apple, they say, and the Braves had a barrel full of them. Not like the Scions. We might look like a ragtag band of misfits, but deep down, we've all got that shared sense of purpose. And why? Because Tataru sifted out all the glory hunters before they made it through the door. I see. So while our ranks comprise a diverse range of people, each with their own individual strengths, we are all united in purpose. Thank you, my friends. With your permission, I shall make a record of our discussion and refer to it when drafting my recommendations. Until we meet again. Well, I think we have taken up enough of our colleagues' time, and I'm conscious that less life-affirming testimonies await. Let us make our way to Credani and hear what the others have learned. Right. Lancers Guild. Good deal. Yeah, it is winter today. Well, I think I forget what the high was. Like 8. It's only 8 degrees right now. $0 in the morning. It's gonna be like this for a few days. Thanks to Tatsuru's ever dependable intelligence, we managed to track down a handful of former Braves without any great difficulty. Some were forthright, others less so, but we heard enough to form a picture. I must warn you, Afino, some of their comments were harsh. I can well imagine, but their opinions are no less vital to my report. I seek the unvarnished truth. Thank you. I've set about adding your findings to my own at once. In the meantime, pray go on ahead to Little Solace and seek out Elder Frixio. I will join you anon. Frixio! It feels like a decade since I used this boat last. Right? I don't even know when the last time would have been. The mystery. Extremely lucky. Naya. What you doing, boy? Welcome, Brave One and friends of Brave One. How good it is to see walking ones again so soon after the meeting. Should this one perform the customary dance of greeting? No, be at ease. It is true that these ones once delighted in making walkie ones dance, but no more. No, was that for fun? Warned one, Kane Senna, said that walking ones would be coming to Little Solace. Imperial ones also invaded the Sylph lands and abducted many of these ones, so these ones would be glad to bear messages between fighting friendly ones. That is heartening to hear, Elder. It will require all ones to work in unison to stop the Telephori. These ones will try very hard, of course, but in matters of war, these ones have little experience. Any advice walking ones can provide would be most welcome. Oh, another pretty silver-haired one? And in quite a hurry, it seems. Alize, you must come quickly. Whatever's the matter, Alfino? Don't tell me you couldn't read my handwriting? What? No. A twin adder officer accosted me as I was about to set out. Charlian has sent an envoy who is due to arrive in Gridania at any moment. Oh, right. An envoy? Could it be that Cryo has managed to sway the Forum? We shall know soon enough, but there's more. The envoy has requested that the two of us attend the islands with the audience with the Elder Seedseer. Really? I can see why they think might want Scions to be present, but us specifically? Wait. This is who I think it is. It is. I could scarce believe it myself, but when I inquired as to the envoy's identity, I was told it was one Fortunal Levelure. Your father? Well, no. The fact that a serving member of the Forum had journeyed here would be a surprise enough, but him? Quite. I gleaned from this that they're taking the matter seriously. That may be, but why him and not one of the other 98 Forum members? Unless he volunteered for it. It has been some time since you last saw your father, has it not? Could it be that he is concerned for your well-being? Perhaps, but he has always been reluctant to discuss his work with us. Indeed, and whenever we write to our parents, it is invariably our mother who replies. Nevertheless, I welcome the opportunity to meet with him after so long, even if it is secondary to his true purpose here. Elder Frixio, loath though I am to cut our visit short, we must return to Gridania. Pray accept my apologies, along with my report. Never mind, there will be time to talk later. This one won't keep walking ones from more urgent matters. Go. The audience will be held at the Lotus Stand, where the Elder Seedseer awaits even now. Let us be on our way. Okay. We came all the way out here, though. Just teleporting. I'm just gonna teleport in. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Let me in. My friends, I thank you all for coming so swiftly. Word of Master Fortunal's visit took us quite by surprise. When the Alliance granted Mistress Carl permission to request Charlian's aid, we did not anticipate so prompt a reply, much less that it would be delivered by a member of the Forum. What the nature of that reply may be, we shall soon discover. I'm sure it's gonna go great. I know this is voiced, so it's okay. Do.
Elder Seedseer, I thank you for granting me this audience. I am Fortuno Leveilleur, here in my capacity as representative of the Forum.
It is I who should thank you, Master Fortuno, for journeying so far and so swiftly. Would that our first meeting could have been under happier circumstances.
It has been too long, Father. You look well.
As do you both. Ameliance will be glad to hear that you are taking care of yourselves.
How is Mother?
She misses you terribly, of course, but is otherwise a picture of health.
Circumstances apart, I'm grateful that our meeting has afforded me the chance to be reunited with my children at long last. And I believe I also owe you thanks for the hospitality you showed my father, Louisois, during his sojourn in Eorzea.
Uh-huh.
All thanks we owe to him. In the days prior to the 7th Umbral Calamity, it was your father's tireless efforts which granted us a means to vanquish the primals.
Right.
Were it not for him, our strength would have been quite spent by the time the Empire arrived. That Gridania still stands is in large part his achievement. He was a great man.
Sure was.
He would doubtless have been moved to hear you say so. I must confess, however, that I opposed his decision to intervene. And my position remains unchanged.
To chart the course of history, not to change it. I am familiar with the Sharlayan stance.
It is more than that. It is our way of life, who we are. But I came here not to deliver a lecture, but the Forum's answer to your request. Sharlayan will under no circumstances intervene in the conflict between Eorzea and the Garlean Empire.
May I ask for what reason the Forum has come to this decision?
The Forum don't care.
The final days spell the end not only for Eorzea, but the entire world.
The final days? Pray spare me your hyperbole. This conflict is no more than the latest in a series of petty squabbles between yourselves and Garlemald, one in which Sharlayan will take no part. If the final days were truly upon us, we would know.
Oh, you would know, huh?
Father, you must ask the Forum to reconsider. You may feel safe on your little island across the waves, but if you imagine the Telophoroi will leave you be, you are mistaken. They mean to kill us all, themselves included.
Alphino is right. We have seen what the enemy is capable of, the lengths to which they'll go. This is no time to turn a blind eye. If Eorzea falls, so too will Sharlayan. So if you truly love our homeland, you will join us. Now, before it's too late.
Oh. See.
I thought you knew better than to raise your voice to your elders. It seems I was wrong. Wrong to ever let you leave, Sharlayan. I consoled myself that your time abroad would instill in you some hint of restraint, of discipline.
Fortunate. Come on, man.
But I see now that Eorzea has made fools
Come on, man.
of you both. Have you forgotten why it was that I so vehemently opposed your grandfather's departure?
You're an idiot, Fortuno.
For all his wisdom, his only solution was to go to war. Death, devastation, ruin. Even those who claim victory are scarred for life. What prize could ever justify such sacrifice? It is the duty of the learned to avert such tragedy. By fanning the flames of war, you forsake all you once held dear.
Yeah. Uses dad's words on him.
I see your
Unfazed.
friend shares your misguided ideals. But unlike him, you should know better. By espousing such barbaric notions, you subvert the teachings of Sharlayan and place all we have worked for in jeopardy. Alphino, Alizé, As of this moment, you shall no longer bear the name of Leveilleur.
Ooh, what?
What? Father. How you choose to live your life.
It's okay, they can be night veils.
Concern. If you wish to walk the path of ruin, I will not stand in your way.
Master Fourcheneau, while Charlian may have no intention of intervening in this conflict, we can still part as friends. Will you not stay and speak with us, that we might learn of Charlian's hopes for the morrow?
They don't have hopes for tomorrow.
I have said what I came here to say. Any further discussion would be meaningless.
Father! Wait!
Don't bother, Alize.
How can you stand there and watch him walk away? How can you let this happen?
Don't blame him. So that's what he came here to say? That we're all fools for having the temerity to defend ourselves against the Telephori? And as for the rest. Like it or not, this was the Forum's decision to watch from afar while the Erzir burns. Father was but the messenger, and as he handed down their judgment, I could think of nothing to say that could possibly sway him. I still can't. To prolong the discussion would have changed little, for it is not only Master Fourcheneau who must be persuaded, but the Forum as a whole. Their decision was made ere your father crossed the sea. Nor is it like to be changed, and so we shall face the Telephori without their aid. Forgive me, but if they had no intention of helping us, then why would they go to the trouble of sending an envoy in the first place? Why did they not simply keep their counsel, as they are wont to do? That's a good question. Cedric, has Master Fourcheneau arrived yet? Arrived and left, Cryo. Then it is as I feared. My efforts were in vain. I pleaded our case to as many Forum members as I could, but they flatly refused to discuss the matter. No, that's not exactly true. I should rather say that they ignored every word I said on the subject without exception. It was almost unnerving. Could it be that they're hiding something from us? That might go some way to explain Master Fourcheneau's performance. When he said that they would know if the final days were truly upon us, I dismissed it as pride. But what if they genuinely believe that they know how the world will end, and simply disagree with us about the circumstances? That I don't know, but something tells me they are not as unconcerned about the Telephori as they claim. If the threat weren't real, why else would they be so standoffish and secretive? I'd very much like to delve deeper into this, but I'm afraid I've exhausted every avenue of inquiry. Nor have I fared any better with my other mission, researching Hydaelyn and the Ethereal Sea. I tried enlisting the help of experts in the field, but it appears the Forum has forbidden anyone from cooperating with us. Obstructed at every turn. So it would seem, but don't lose heart just yet. With all the knowledge and acquaintances we have between us, we can still find a way forward. To that end, I would like you all to join me here. When the time is right, of course. I'm aware that matters in yours is stand on a knife edge, but with your permission I can at least start making the necessary arrangements. Please do. Excellent. Obviously, keeping the Telephori at bay must take precedence, but with luck, you'll be able to make the journey to Charlian ere long. It may take a while to secure entry for you all, but I'll let you know when everything is in order. Look after yourselves in the meantime, won't you? Your speculations give me cause to hope. Yet, if these seeds will bear fruit, I cannot say. While it is possible the Charlians hide some secret truths from us, there can be no certainty that its exposure will prompt in them a change of heart. And so, for the present, we must needs confront the plight in which we find ourselves. The Forum has refused our request for aid, and it falls to us alone to contend with the Telephori. Even with all of Eorzea standing united, there's no guarantee that we prevail. What does Charlene intend to do if we fail? That's a great question. There's no money choice. Here we go. While Charlene's stance is indeed disappointing, we cannot allow ourselves to be distracted from the challenge before us. There is much and more to be done. I shall begin by sharing the forum's response with my counterparts in the Alliance. Meanwhile, I would ask that the Scions... Grave tidings, walking ones. Grave tidings. Calm yourself, my gentle friend. What has occurred? These ones who went to see Feathered Ones send terrible news. Destroying Ones have appeared in Zelphatal. Destroying Ones and captured Ones, and even frightful godly Ones. Feathered Ones didn't stand a chance and were sent flapping and squawking. When did this happen? Is it too late to help them? Too late, yes, much too late. But luckily, Destroying Ones were only passing through and continued on west. Feathered Ones who did not fight were left unharmed. West, that would be Coerthas. My lady, the Asgardians report that the Telephori have emerged from the eastern highlands of Coerthas and are marching at speed. Though their purpose has yet to be determined, the Cartano Flats would seem their most likely destination. Lord Emmerich has already dispatched his forces and requests our immediate support. Tell him he shall have it. The time has come for the Grand Company of Eorzea to prove its worth. Wow. Mayhap it is mercy that we do not have time to stew upon our misfortunes. Come, my friends, let us make haste to Cartano. Wait, this one almost forgot. Destroying Ones were said to be led by Cackling Robed One. This one must see that all walking ones know. Farewell. And Daniel. Who else? It was only a matter of time before that grinning maniac showed himself again. To have an airship ready to bear you to Cartano. Pray see to your preparations. Report to landing with all haste. At once, my lady. Let us away. Boo-doo-doo, boo-doo-doo. Cedric, who would seem Perdola here, has come all the way to Gerdania to find us. I've explained the situation, but she insists her business is urgent. Aye, and it'll be over sooner if you shut up and come with me. Okay. Arnvold.
Arenvold! I can't tell you how good it is to see you.
Did I say his name right?
It arrived a lot sooner than expected, eh? The day I craned my neck up at you.
Only because you're sitting down. Unless...
Afraid so. The Chirurgeons say I may never walk again.
Ugh. Terrible news. But you're alive.
Come on, Alfino, it could be worse. Besides, I didn't come here to dampen the mood. Quite the opposite. All I've ever wanted was to fight for a cause I believe in. But my fighting days are over. So I want you to fight in my stead. Be the hero I can't.
We got you, Arnvold.
I am no hero.
That's what they all say, though. No one ever calls themselves a hero.
Yeah, right.
Even the ones who eat primals for breakfast. It's for others to decide. Look, Alfino. You already are a hero. To me and countless others. We see you doing your damnedest to protect us all. And you're not alone, are you? There are people who believe in you, just as you believe in them.
We carry the dreams of many, we'll carry yours too. We got you, man.
I know what's at stake, and how many people are depending on you. But I believe in you. Believe that you'll see it through. That's why I'm entrusting my dreams to you. Like Albert and Owley once entrusted their dreams to me.
There was a time when I would have borne the weight of such expectations without a second thought. But now, I know just how heavy that burden can be. To tell the truth, I'm beginning to wonder if I chose the right path. Sacrifices will inevitably be made for the sake of the ideals I uphold. Maybe I am not the person I thought I was. The person you think I am.
I wouldn't presume to tell you. But I will say this. In spite of everything, you've come this far. The road ahead might not always be clear, but you've never been one to give up or take the easy way out. And everything you do for others. For a brighter future. I'm proud to call you my friend. Well, I've said my piece, so I'll let you go. I know you've got more important things to be doing. Just give what I've said some thought, alright?
Yeah. Come on, Alfino.
I shall, my friend. And we will meet again soon, I promise.
Nothing left for me to do but wave and smile.
Keep resting.
You've got a pretty narrow view of what it means to be a hero. Do you know that? You think they're all forged in the fires of battle? That it's all about being brave and killing villains? Alphino and the others will carry on their fight. But theirs isn't the only one. There are other ways you can make a difference. If you stop feeling sorry for yourself and put your bloody mind to it.
Tell him, Perdola.
There's not much chance of me living the quiet life with you around, is there?
Nope.
If
Not
you're
at all.
content to twiddle your thumbs thinking of what might have been, that's your lookout. But I reckon you've got some fight left in you.
And I reckon you might be right. If there's a way I can still help my friends, I'll bloody well find it.
Alright, it's event time. You tell me later what that was all about, but judging by the set of Alfino's jaw, it appears to have done him some good. Thancred and the others have already left the Rising Stones, and according to the communications officer, Amal Jah and Cobalt forces are also bound for Cartano as we speak. They mean to keep the promise they made in El Amigo, and we must do the same, by saving as many of their tempered kin as possible. Anyway, their ship is ready to depart. We should get going. Okay, I should have plenty of time here. Not jinx myself if I say there's probably not 40 minutes of cutscenes, but you know, we'll see.
My fellow Scions, as I am sure you will have heard, we can expect no help from Charlian. Nor are we any closer to discerning the Telophoroi's grand design. And now, our adversary moves against us in unprecedented numbers, compelling us to answer
come
in
on, man.
kind. The outlook, in short, is bleak. Yet though our foes are many, and we but few, we may still tip the balance in Eorzea's favor.
Of course. We will do what we always do. Deal with the ones our allies can't. A less than daunting prospect, judging by your expression.
Yeah.
Could it be that you've dispelled your lingering doubts, Alfino?
Oh, I doubt I ever will. But as my friends have kindly reminded me, I have come this far, and that must count for something.
Gods be good, Alfino. That's what we've been trying to tell you all along.
For one so bright, you can be remarkably dim at times. There is such a thing as overthinking, you know.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation after the battle?
Yes,
It would appear
please.
that Telophoroi have already arrived.
Let's go.
I'll do what I can to cure the tempered, but they'll have to be incapacitated first.
Have care, my friends, for none can say wherefore our foe did choose this fateful field to be our battleground. Whatever may transpire, pray grant him not the pleasure of deterring you.
Gotcha. Right. Listen well, friends, the Telophoroi are sweeping across Cartano. As for the Ascian, he was briefly sighted above the battlefield, but he has since vanished. He likely intends to watch events unfold from afar. Thus far, the movements of the lunar primals have proven difficult to predict, even when poised to ambush our troops, they instead withdraw for some unknown reason. Whatever the Telophoroi's plan may be, the primals are our primary targets. Understood. They will not elude the Scions for long.
Prepare yourself.
Let's give it our all.
Let's wreck them. I can't do much then, huh? I might as well just work on the ones I got. It's not going to do much damage to them. There's a lot of enemies here. So they would overwhelm us with sheer numbers. I'll keep them occupied. The rest of you seek out the primals. As the vital forces that we may locate the primals more swiftly. Tancred, Ysola, and I shall head east. I'll concentrate my efforts on the tempered. With luck, I should have the chance to cure some of them. Now I'll go west. Cedric, Alpino, come with me. Good thing. Right. Something's not right. I don't see any primals. As the sign spread out across the field, Alizane and Graha take the fight to the Telephori. Telephoroi? Okay. The just has this as AoE though, right? Tempering has gone too far to treat them here on the battlefield. It's a shame. With this degree of physical alteration, I fear they'd be unhelped. Imperials will know. I hate to see them in such pain. You must see that the suffering is not prolonged. Sounds fair.
Just the beginning.
Oh, oops. Ah. No problem. Seems we've earned a moment's respite. Now let's take this opportunity to cure the tempered. Nice. Very good. Oh, there he is. What's he doing? You see that? The glyph? Yes. How worried should we be? Listen well and judge for yourself. Though I can see aetherial currents, I had not thoroughly examined those that flow through the heart of Cartano. But now that I'm here, things have become clear. Flats conceal an aetheric confluence, like to the pillars of the Asm Step, but greater in scale, far greater. Uh-oh. The glyphs that Pandino has conjured reach into its very midst. And I believe I know their purpose. Should the lunar primos destroy them, it would spark a chain reaction with the potential to obliterate the confluence entirely. The resultant disruption to the flow of aether would sow chaos among the elements, prompting earthquakes, floods, and tempests large enough to lay waste to the realm. And he would go so far as cometh as little surprise. We must needs protect the confluence at all costs. Lunar Odin. Yeah, we heal, single heal. Cards? Okay. Okay. Okay.
I shall protect thee.
I'm going with your store. Oh, Lisa's fighting over there. go.
The best defense is a good defense.
Uh-huh. What that? Oh, it's AoE. Nice. Okay. Wait, we're moving again? Wait. Yeah. Easy peasy. No problem whatsoever. Two scenarios down. Meanwhile, Graha, Tia, and Elize prepare luck swords with Luna Ravana. Oh, back to those two. No, he's not in tank mode anymore. Job change, Graha. Oh, okay, I guess not. Cure, Medica, break. Souls of War. There's so many. Uh-huh. Uh-oh. Alize. Heal yourself. Uh-oh. Let's not do that. Uh-oh. No. What is that? Oh. Do it, Jose. Okay, almost there. Nice. Self-save movement. You stand shoulder to shoulder with Alpino and Stadium and resolve to lay Lunar Ifrit low. Let's roll. This place looks familiar. They're coming out of your fight as yourself. Very good. One Ehrenvold and Arnvold and Fortora. This one is not to be taken lightly. Be on your guard. Okay. Radiant Plume. Lunar Radiant Plume. No! Smash them to pieces before it's too late. Okay, fine. Leave this one to me. Sure, up, you know.
We must fight on.
Oh. Oh. Should be good here. Oh. Guess I better keep moving. There we go. Wave of malevolent aether forms lunar nails. Oh, rude, man. Oh. Oh, that's a lot. So it's come to this. Ooh. Dang, man. I guess there was no shield in that one. little bit more. Yeah. Goodbye. Ugh. Problem solved.
And thus another plan went up in smoke. I am beginning to see why Lord Xenos thinks so highly of you.
Uh-huh.
Not that this changes anything, you understand. You have merely earned yourself a stay of execution.
Uh-huh. Sure, buddy. Sure. Whatever you say, pal.
Glory be to Garlemore.
Ugh.
How fare the tempered?
Not
Treated
well.
as many as we can, but some were beyond help.
Hmm. Rough. It was a rough time. But we're definitely better off than we were.
Do not hang your head so, brave scions. Though not all of our captured brethren could be saved, we are grateful for those whose minds have been restored. You could do no more, and that is enough. So please hold your heads high.
Should have been quicker, but I'll do better next time.
You do great work,
Thank
Alize.
you for your kind words. They mean a lot.
It wasn't possible before, right?
A victory at great cost, but a victory nonetheless. We must stay strong and press on. Isn't that right?
Right. The very end.
To the very end.
Boom, boom. Yeah, buddy. There it is. Thus ends the Endwalker pre-patches. It's done. We're ready next time to start Endwalker. Can't believe it. Can't believe it's this far already. I am going to skip the credits. Watch your credits. These are great people. Uchida Yuma, especially, he's a great guy. Watch your credits when you get there. Emmerich. I trust you all enjoyed a comfortable flight aboard the Pride of the Asgardian fleet, lest you worry the Bonanza has been towed to a nearby location and be retrieved at your convenience. You have thought of everything, Lord Eimerick, and may I show how much I appreciate the hospitality afforded us on the way home. Think nothing of it, our destination lay in the same direction, and afforded me the perfect opportunity to learn how my errant friend has been since last he took his leave. It would seem you have finally found a place to settle down. I merely grew weary of wandering the Far East. Sure you did. Returning to more serious matters, while the Telephoroi had been driven from Cardinal, 'tis like that the bulk of their forces yet remain. Only evidence of the Grand Company of Warriors' first joint military operation, however, I am confident that we have the potential to meet such threats head-on, even without the aid of you and yours. As such, while our forces keep the Telephoroi at bay, I would ask that you apply your talents to the task of neutralizing the towers. A sensible division of labor. While the towers remain, so too will the threat of the lunar primals. And given our expertise in the field of aetherology, we are better qualified to find a solution. That we are, especially should it happen to lie beyond the Alliance's dominion. There is a time and a place for formal investigations, of course, but certain secrets are wont to hide where only enterprising individuals may venture. I could not agree more. There are none better suited to this task, nor any upon whom I would rather rely. On behalf of the Alliance, I thank you. We look forward to receiving any information you're able to uncover. And with that, I must take my leave. Should you have need of my assistance, pray do not hesitate to ask. Fare you well, my friends. Very nice. I confess, I had hoped to be able to study the towers more closely, but as they plan the arch of the Telephoroi's plans, we can discern their ultimate function. We will be one step closer to understanding our enemy's grand scheme. Should we succeed in neutralizing them, of course, it is all but certain that the Telephoroi will mount an all-out invasion. And it will begin. The one who awaits at the heart of the chaos will come for us. For you. Yet in the end, our true nemesis may be the calamity to end all calamities, the final days themselves. Yes, alright, Alphino, we need a plan, not portents. As Thancred so eloquently pointed out, we are in position to seek information from all manner of places, not least Charlian. According to Cryo, the Forum have been more secretive than ever of late. While this may be related to the appearance of the Telephoroi, that remains a matter of speculation. But one thing is clear, the Forum is determined to keep us from discovering the truth. Master Fortunos's performance at the lowest stand was enough to convince me of that. The matter beareth further investigation, I do heartily concur. Nor can I think of a more promising place to look for the answers we seek on the matter of the towers. Charlene hath ever been the wellspring of theoretical knowledge. I care not where we go, here or there, my lance will be ready. And what of you, Cedric? Might you be persuaded to join us? If it means I can have words with Fortuno. Only after I do. He and his friends in the Forum think we'll leave them alone. If they ignore us, they're in for a shock. Appears we're in agreement. We have but to wait for Crow to secure the necessary permissions. In the meantime, there's a matter I would investigate. Does it involve tall structures? By a strange coincidence, it does. At present, I have only a creeping suspicion, but with your help, I would soon find out whether my fears are warranted. Do 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 do. Meanwhile, in the Garlean capital. It's not a good time. Oh, there it is. There's his scythe. It's a Garlean construct. Bones and like a gun thing going on.
Those Aorsians certainly are a stubborn bunch. Though I suppose you knew that already.
Yeah.
My plan to redirect the ether from Cartano came to a rather less than satisfactory conclusion. It was, in many respects, an abject failure.
Mm-hmm.
Which does, of course, raise the question of where we are going to procure the requisite amount. The obvious solution would be to draw on resources a little closer to home, though that would require our dreamer to dream a trifle more deeply.
Oh, okay.
So be it. The dreamer will not complain.
Then let us begin the preparations at once. With the gateway of the gods complete, all that remains is to gather the necessary ether, and our prize shall be within reach.
Alrighty.
The time has come to fulfill your heart's desire, my desire.
That's a huge, ugly tower, isn't it?
Leave those wretched creatures of their meaningless existence.
Alarm time. I guess there could be 40 minutes of cutscene.
While I await you, I shall drink a sea of souls and gorge myself upon the darkened moon.
Uh-huh.
Then you shall come to me, all roiling rage and rancor.
So you think.
And the stars shall bear witness to our final contest.
As I thought, the ethereal currents have been disturbed here too.
Oh.
was the same in Thanalan. Make that every location we surveyed.
Huh?
And the strength of each current has diminished dramatically. Far more than could be attributed to a natural occurrence.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm sure it's not the towers, right?
What tidings bringest thou from Dravania?
We took a number of readings, and noticed that the closer we were to the tower, the lower the etheric density became. In short,
Mm-hmm. Tower's sucking up
Towers
the...
are drawing upon the land's ether, which would explain how they were able to carry out the summonings.
Hmm.
Our allies must be informed of this. We should return to the Rising Stones and have Tataru relay our findings to them.
Hear me.
Oh.
Hear me. Darkness comes, and with it, the end. The fate of the star is in your hands.
Everything all right back there?
Yeah, sure. I'm fine here. We're all fine here. How are you? At solemn dawn, grim purpose shines and gazes cast toward the moonlit sky. Thus does our final curtain rise, your steps to guide what end betides. There it is. Officially done. Alright. Off to work. Have a good one. I will catch you tomorrow. I think I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do 6.25 on main. A little bit. Do some Hildy. See what that's about. Alright. Because I want to, like, I'm going to save. I'm going to start Endwalker on, what am I? What's today? I'm not Tuesday, right? Thursday. Thursday I'm gonna start Endwalker. Tomorrow I will do something different. Whether a little bit of main or I was thinking about Overwatch 2. We'll see. I will probably tweet about it. Let's see. Anyway. Have a good one. Good night. Have a great day. Peace out. Bye. Have a good one.